there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
It crossed over from like 2 games, so like in the outfield and then to the infield.
You're making errors in the outfield, Kev.
Yeah,
Looking like Mikey Riley.
not like ball, not so much like balls caught, but just bad read. And then by the time I'm getting back on the ball, like basically 9 o'clock, ball's pushing out. And I'm sitting to read it, and then I'm like maybe looking at it, and then the ball's just way over my head. And it's like, but I mean, but yeah, so no, those were tough because it was back. Because I mean, like when you're looking at it, you're probably.
What position? Center field?
Right, or like the right center. So 4
I know,
person
but what
outfield.
position were you playing?
Yeah, so like the right part of right center.
Oh, you're playing.
Yeah. So I
forgot it's just softball, not
Was
baseball.
it more than one, but you missed Jez in the air?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was 2.
I'm sure
but
the
that
team was happy with
I know. It was not. It was tough. But so then this crosses over to the next day or the next game. Now I'm playing third base, and
They put you at third after that?
I've usually played. I mean, I've kind of just bounced around. But
Now you were saying underfed. Was this game 1 or game 2?
So no, the outfield was a Thursday, the previous Thursday night. So now this is the next Thursday for me.
Underfed both?
No. I'm talking about game 2.
Oh, okay.
This is now game 2.
No, I'm trying to figure.
And I have maybe had, maybe. Like
a couple Z bars,
dude. I mean, like a pure protein bar and a protein drink that I'll just have in the morning, like a core power. So that's all I've had, and
30 G's down the hatch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. I got 60 G's in me. I got 400 calories tops, and our game was at 9.
Wait, do they have the snack shack going till
the shack is going? Till about maybe 9.
They're not pumping out tri-tips on a weekday.
No. A dog though.
Burgers,
or fries or something. Yeah, I mean, again, but usually when we go in, it's games at 9. We're walking in at 54. Yeah. So I'll just go to the bathroom, kind of run, get loose, and then for a couple minutes and just go play. But so yeah, bro. So now I'm at third, and first ball that comes at me. The second hop is coming, and I look into the lights, and dude, I just freeze like a deer. Ball,
crazy.
Ball bounces.
Bambi.
Yeah, ball completely bounces over my glove, and then.
You know what's funny though? I hate to interrupt. I couldn't play night games at Twin Creeks growing up. Lights were too low. I would get
bad.
Such bad headaches.
I barely even drove here.
It's crazy.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, it's even worse when it's 7:50, so you have the sun and maybe the light, and you play third base,
Brutal.
dude. It's not fun when you play someone good.
Right.
So yeah. Oh my god, it's tough. So second play, I'm getting ready to get to the ball, and as the ball makes contact with my glove, my the leather on the inside of where my thumb is being held explodes.
Oh wow.
And so the ball, my mitt comes off my hand, ball drops, trickles past. And I'm like, oh my god, what are the odds now? Like I said, I'm slow to these balls because I'm barely there.
Other teams this
You're
dude's ripped.
Yeah,
Go to there.
Yeah. So, I got to tell you about the first at bat after that. So my thumb explodes, and so I'm like, okay, what are the odds of both of these back-to-back plays happening? And then the third one, bro, I mean, I think it was just
Did you have a spare glove?
Yeah.
I mean, what did we...
No, I ended up
Milk carton, Omar Vizquel?
I kind of put some of it into a knot and then had it out of my glove. So my thumb was able to fit. But now I just kind of had to move my hand around now that it was kind of just exploded, like I said. So yeah, third one just completely whiff. Didn't get there, just slow. Ugly. And so now we were the home team. So all this happened. Obviously now I hit first for the team.
That all happened in the first inning?
This is in the first inning, yeah. So we're at home. So we were away.
That's crazy.
Huh? Yeah, so that was my defense, but my first at bat, because we were away. So I eventually came out and made the E's. Bro, I saw the first looping ball, and I'm like kind of moving my hand, and like I'm looking, and I'm like, I don't know if I can put a swing on it. Like I'm
That's
like
crazy.
I am melted because we had like like 4 J's or something. I don't know, 3 or 4, but it was only going from a couple guys.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, dude.
Did you guys have subs? You say, hey, I can't do it right
Did
now.
the coach have to sit down and say, hey?
No.
But can't put you in right.
So I literally, bro, it's like I see the first one drops. So anyway, it gets to a 3-2 count. It starts 1-1.
That's crazy. You
Yeah.
took it all the way to 3.
Take it all the way to 3-2, bro.
Are you hoping for a walk or no?
100%. I am not able to hack, dude. I am, like I said, bro. Like I had to have
That's
like
so funny.
I only had I had nothing. Yeah, dude, I had nothing in my car too. Like I saw a pure protein wrapper, and then I looked and I realized it was just the wrapper. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, because I was looking for a snack.
My God.
I was looking for. I just saw the wrapper. And I just immediately thought I was like sick, but no. So at the, I only had
27 hours.
Yeah, man. I only had I ended up just munching seeds out there for a bit, but yeah, dude. So no,
He's in a crisis.
yeah. So 3-2 pitch comes, bro, and I'm like tiptoeing over to it, knowing, and it just like, because it's like you have to land it on the mat, and it like literally just misses ball 4, and then
You took the walk?
dude, like,
Did you get shit for it? Usually they give you shit for taking a walk.
no, I mean everybody
You're the
was
first-
everyone
you're
was
the first
busting
batter
up.
of the game too.
Yeah, so
Do a job, kid.
yeah, I know, but everybody was busting up because they knew, like after like the second pitch, they're like, Cal's too high to swing. But
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You got froze up 3 times in a
but yeah, and
1
that-
inning span.
And then, yeah. But no, everything else was fine after that. But yeah, I really wore the collar. But yeah, I ended up making like a couple plays after that. When the balls hits me, I was like, yeah, I just need to see one. But yeah.
Kev Cal, 5 errors in 2 games.
5 in a
Got to
5
get you
straight
back on the
plays.
90-foot bases.
Oh, yeah, no, we just finished that season too. We ended up winning the little consolation.
Oh, yeah?
And we went, so you win the first overall pick for the next year.
Oh,
So,
so you guys do a
kinda cool.
draft? So, like, you show up to, like, tryouts or,
And
like...
yeah, so that's how
For
it works.
softball?
No, this is baseball now.
Oh, I thought you were saying softball.
He
Yeah,
just
this
said
whole
he
story
won. Yeah, he
was-
said
Oh.
baseball just
So
said
yeah,
it.
he was just saying when he said 90 feet.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so the consolation is what you play for the first pick. And so yeah, so if you were to try out and there's like 130 something guys,
Right.
our team's going to have the first pick out of
Oh.
everyone that tries out.
Well, if I try out, you going to
So-
take me one?
This is like a Boog taking Bo Nix one situation.
Yeah.
You can if you want to, but there's
Yeah.
not a necessity.
You could probably get me in the third.
Yeah.
But so yeah, no, we ended up finishing 8-8-2.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so this is pretty much as 500
Exactly.
as you can
I was going to
get.
say 500 on the line.
I think we finished like maybe 5-1-1 to end the season. So it was kind of like the middle part that was kind of rough. But yeah, but no, it was, fun season. But yeah, so interesting to see what our team will do in the spring. But
And how much more softball you guys got? Did the season just start with those the first 2 games?
We're 4 games in.
Okay.
So we're 3-1.
Who'd you guys lose to? Was it a
We
powerhouse?
lost the last game that we just played where I made 3 errors. Yeah, we got run ruled. Yeah, but there was others. So it was a team. We were first, they were second. Yeah, and they got us.
Beatable?
Yeah, if I don't,
Maybe let's not smoke before that.
if I give them 5,
smoke
we'll
more.
definitely. We'll just be fed, well fed
Hey,
going
well
in.
fed.
But yeah,
Hey,
so
being overfed almost killed me one time. I ate fucking breakfast burritos and a ton of sausage in the morning on a hot day. Ended up getting dehydrated, leaving on a stretcher, man. So,
Salt boss.
oh boy,
wow,
Yeah.
this shit was nuts. What you guys been up to though? I mean,
Well,
it feels-
we got ourselves a jiu-jitsu champ here. Jimmy Riley, Jiu-Jitsu champ.
No. And the tournament, it's not that big. It's not a big tournament or anything. It was just my first tournament, so
let's get into it though.
They're saying you're the Ryan Hall of bogey chokes.
The Ryan Hall. I don't want to be the Ryan Hall of any. No, he's sick.
Fellas, do you want your grooming routine to be a one and done deal? Well, the days of using the same trimmer for your face and your private parts are over, thanks to our friends at Manscaped. They've come up with the ultimate package to keep your hairs trimmed from 12 to 6. Introducing the Beard and Balls bundle featuring the Lawnmower 5.0 and the Beard Hedger. A trimmer for the moneymaker and another for the boys downstairs. Get 20% off plus free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. For the premium grooming experience, trust Manscaped.
Manscaped has tremendously helped my confidence, both in the beard and ball area. When I go out and I know I'm going to try and get with a lady, I know my beard is nice and fresh with the Lawnmower 5.0. So are my balls. And it just oozes confidence.
Nice. First up, your ball's new best friend, the Lawnmower 5.0, which Todd uses for his beard. Hey, we're all different. Say goodbye to endless passes. This trimmer gets it right the first time, cutting through the bushiest of bushes effortlessly while being gentle on the skin in your delicate places. With 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, you can choose between a precise trim or a smooth finish. And did I mention it's waterproof? Yes, you can trim in the shower and avoid making a mess everywhere. Protect those of us who appreciate efficiency. Perfect for those, not protect those. God, I'm all over the place. This font's too small, man. I don't know how to blow up the font in this thing. Next, let's talk about the Beard Hedger, which Todd probably should be using on his face. Whether you're going for a neat stubble or a full-on lumberjack look, this trimmer has you covered. Featuring a titanium-coated stainless steel T-blade and 20 length options, you can achieve any style you want with just a twist of the zoom wheel. Just like the lawnmower, the Beard Hedger is also waterproof, so you can handle your beard grooming right in the sink or shower without worrying about water damage. With up to 60 minutes of runtime and an LED indicator, you'll never be caught mid-trim with a dead battery. Done it before, accidentally left the old stash of a famous historical character. Trimmer died. Wow. Had to wait it out 20 minutes in the room. Kind of fun. Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra also ensures you're also looking your best below the waist, while the Beard Hedger takes care of everything above.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code Trough at manscaped.com. No more juggling multiple tools or dealing with subpar results. Just efficient, effective grooming wherever you need it. Jake Flores, KTVU.
Channel 2.
Manscaped.
Is he on KTVU now?
Yeah.
He is?
No.
The Buggy choke is just something I've been doing for the last year and a half. It just came into play in competition. I don't know what else to say.
Would you say it's your go-to?
It's my highest percent.
So now they have it on tape, though, so you got to adjust. People are going to know. Or
just not do a tournament like once a year and just show up in a different rash guard and be like, I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? No, but it was fucking really, really sick. There was probably between the 2 gyms I go to, 20 guys competing, guys and girls. A lot of people ended up winning, which was sick. But yeah, I mean, we'll go through it, I guess.
Go through it.
What'd you weigh in at?
So I ended up weighing freedom weight.
Wow.
17.
Wow, really?
177.6 pounds on the scale of the day of the weigh-ins, which I can attribute to help from Rye Cal.
Shout out.
Did you get a flex on the scale or no?
No, it's literally it's not. So that's it's not what you think at all. So I'll go through. So I signed up not on. I don't want to say on a whim, but everyone was signed up one day, on a week, on a Saturday, and they were all talking about it. And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll sign up. And they're like, do it. I was like, damn it, I kind of just said fuck it, I'll sign up. So I signed up, inquired into Ride Cal, getting a little bit stronger. So was doing that like all the way up until the competition. Like I kind of like, instead of doing it twice a week, I was just doing it like once a week, the final week, just because I was eating less food. I was a little bit more tired. But yeah, it was like so easy to get, like I just ate chicken and rice for a week and it dropped like crazy. I mean, like I leaned out so fast, which was sick. But the day of the competition, normal day, getting my head right in the morning. If you catch my drift, like we always do. Yes, exactly.
Mud.
Coffee.
Double mud day for me today.
Muds. But then I like competitions at 4, and I'm like, I don't know what time to get up there. Like, I'm worried my scales aren't. I have 2 scales at home. I'm like, are these even correct? Like, I mean, like playing that game, like I got to give myself time to like, if I need to cut more, like just completely dumb shit. Like looking back, like overthinking to the max. But anyways, I show up at like 12. So way early for 4 o'clock start. But you gotta warm up all this stuff. So anyways, I get there and I'm waiting in line. Like they check you in, all this stuff, like, and they give you a wristband. So it's like you have a different color wristband than everyone has a competitor. But it's got a QR code. You go to weigh in. And the weigh-ins is just like 50 people waiting in line, and there's like 10 different scales, and there's just like a person that's never seen or heard of jiu-jitsu in their life that they pay to just make sure that the number on the QR code that's popping up is, or the number on the scale is under that number. You know what I mean? Like very not like a presentation or like anything like that. But I ran into this kid from Deanne's who I haven't seen in like 10 years, and he started doing gi jiu-jitsu. So he's like, oh, I'm competing at, I think it was like 130 or 2. So
130.
So they do the gi early. So the gi goes first, the kimono.
That means they wear it while they're doing it?
They wear it while they're doing it, and they do all their stuff first, and then no gi is in the afternoon, night.
You're a no gi guy.
No gi all the way. I've done gi, not my thing. I mean, it's fun, but just not my thing.
Gi sounds kind of
Gi, exactly. Yeah, that's what we say. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, got 3 hours to kill. I can go watch this guy. I like go back to the car. Haven't eaten at all that day, just because I was like
nervous.
Not nervous one iota. That's the crazy part. But I was just honestly kind of concerned about my weight. I was like, are these scales correct? Like, what are we doing? I don't really like eating before like before sports in general, like too much. So I went back to the car, made myself a couple bananas and tortillas with peanut butter and honey.
Oh, I like
just
that.
some instant energy. Crushed 2 of those, and then made my way back in. Watched my friend. Shit happened. He didn't do so well, unfortunately. But
gotta work better, work harder. Maybe lose that key.
You win or you learn.
Or you lose. No. Danny's the best. But anyways, so like then it's like getting up to like 2:30, and like people start trickling in, and it's like, okay, like people for the 3 o'clock, like come to the bullpen. They call it the bullpen, which was kind of sick. I was like, wow. I was like, that's sick. Let's go throwback. But then I like right before they we started getting warmed up, I remember like distinctly like Intergalactic came on Beastie Boys, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a good. It's like it's on my shower playlist, and it's just like I don't know why it relaxes me, but the beat of it is just like oof, it's sick. So I heard that, I was like, oh, like chilling. Like I'm not like a superstitious guy, but I'll take a sign every now and again when you need one. And so then getting warmed up, everything's going smooth. Coach like, how you feeling? I'm like, good. Like just another day. Like I don't know. Like some people, I guess. I mean, I'm sure get super nervous, and it was like my first competition, so I'm sure he was assuming that I would be nervous. But I was like, I just like I was like telling Todd and Ryan before, I was like, you just like, not that you can't care, but like you just can't care the most. You know what I mean? Like the person that cares the most has way too much riding on it. It's like you just go out there, have fun with it. So I was like, okay, perfect. That's That's the goal. Go have fun. And so then they're like, okay, 4 o'clock down to the bullpen. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And so that was a little nerve wracking. They have someone as you're entering the alley do the.
Wow.
I knew Buggy would like that one.
There we go.
Respect.
Did they announce too?
No. That's what I mean. Like there's
Jimmy
literally
the Mantis
24.
O'Reilly.
There's 24 mats. So there's like each weight class in like belt. So like think about. There's probably 6 weight classes in 5 different belt divisions, so or something along those lines. There's probably like 30 different divisions, give or take a few that don't have people in them. So like all the mats are filled up with different divisions. So like my whole division's on this mat. It's like you go to your match or you do your match, and then you can like watch and the rest. So anyways, like they're going over the sheet, and they're like, oh, I don't know the guy's name, like something here, and then like he's like, no one's responding. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then they're like, well, he's facing off whatever this like Jacob. I forget the guy's name. But anyways, so like that guy responds. He's like, oh yeah, I'm here. And they're like, well, your opponent's not here. Turns out he was doing the gi beforehand. And so he was doing both, kind of sick. But he was like super late. So they were supposed to be the first match. And then they're like, all right, well, we'll just go to the next one. And they're like, Jimmy Riley, and I'm like, shit. So I haven't really seen any of the guys like do like on the first match. I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever, sounds good. And so like, I don't know, they're super particular. Like you can't just walk out onto the mat. Like you have to like
Bow?
No, you have to like stand there. Then the ref has to like call you both out. You have to both walk at the same time. It's like so dumb. But like I don't know. And like my first competition, I just like walk out there and they're like, oh, like go back. Like so, like they're like
checking in for a basketball game.
Yeah, I'm like exactly. I'm like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but exactly checking in for a basketball game. So the first match, I went up against this guy who was strong as shit, and so like the game plan going in is just like pull guard.
I was gonna ask that. Did you have a game plan, or are you just adjusting to what the guy does?
So I don't have like a concrete game plan. Like a lot of people are like, I'm gonna do this if this happened. You know what I mean? Like they have
you have adjustments of what happens.
Exactly, or at least something cooking in the back of the head. Like my only goal was like get to pull guard and like get into half guard. So like that's the other thing. Like there's points now, right? So like a takedown is, I forget. Like I didn't learn the rules. Like I learned like the rules of what you can't do, and I was like, I don't give a shit about the point. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'll figure that out, or I'll lose. You know what I mean? Like Boog said, you win or you fucking learn. There you go. So anyways, the first match, guy comes out, he's like fucking passing, super like I pull guard. Thank God, because I was like, you don't want to get taken down. So if you sit on your ass with some connection to their hand, it's like there's no loss of points. They don't get the takedown points. They can get points for passing your guard, whatever. That's fine. But he like grabs my ankles, grabs my knee, and starts like tight passing. He's like pretty fucking strong. And then he like goes to like pass, and he has both of his arms on one leg, and I grab like a Kimura grip, like a 2-on-1, and then I go Kimura. And I go, it was sick. Fucking spun to a rear triangle, and then got him in an armbar from the rear triangle.
And he tapped?
And he tapped.
Sick!
So, and that one was pretty quick. That one was like 50 seconds, something like that.
Wow. Jesus.
And they're 5-minute rounds.
5-minute rounds?
No, my bad. I fucking stuttered.
We
They're
got
5-minute
champion
rounds.
fights right away.
5-minute rounds. 1 5-minute round.
1 5-minute round. Okay.
And so that one, I was like, shit. Like I came out tonight, I was like, I'm feeling pretty, like, that was awesome. I told, because Ryan was asking about it a little bit. And, like, I remember, like vividly, like, I can remember what I was thinking. Like, and during sports, like, I usually black out, you know what I mean? Like you remember it in the moment. Like, everything's just crystal clear. Like, everything was crystal clear. I remember thinking stuff and, if my face is turned in the video, but you could probably see my face at one point, like, laughing. So I'm like, I'm doing jiu-jitsu right now in front of people. Like, this is so fucking weird. Like, I was like, I'm in a competition. Like, and I'm just like, what is going? Like, I can't even and so like kind of like not laughing, but just like smiling to myself. Like, wow, like what the like, where is life taking you? This is just strange. So I got to tap the first guy early, and I was like sick. Like, not really like breathing too hard. Like, just kind of chilling, like I said, like pull guard, and he was like doing all the passing and stuff. So it was like really minimal work on my end, which was nice. And then they're like second match, call that guy again, still not there. And there's two halves of the bracket, and the way they're doing it is like it's double elimination, but like it's very weird. It's not like a standard bracket. So you're going against. There was 3 guys on the top, 3 guys on the bottom. So basically, kind of like a round robin on the bottom, round robin on the top, I guess, and then you meet up in the semis and finals. So they were just like, fuck it, let's move on to Jimmy versus this other guy. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I got back-to-back matches. I'm like, kind of shitty, but kind of not. Like, at least I'm warmed up. Like, there's guys that have warmed up now 30 minutes ago because there was time like walking to the mat like all the time leading up, and now they're just kind of like sitting there like trying to chill. And I'm like, okay, at least I'm going. I mean, like, the first one was fun. I was like, fuck it, like, let's just keep it rolling. So second match, I go and they're like, fight, or I think he said fight, and I like laugh. I'm like, it's not a fight. I mean, like, fight, like match. I don't know what you say, but fights doesn't seem like that, like the right word. Yeah, go seems more appropriate. But like again, like I remember thinking all this stuff, and like I never remember it, and like I just remember like thinking about it. Like it was just weird. Like I was in a very clear mindset, and I think honestly a lot of that had to do with not eating food. Like every time I don't eat, like I get very clear mentally. Yeah. Like there's obviously like that window, right, where it's like everything's super clear and then it gets fucking cloudy as shit. And you're like, oh my God, I'm tired. Or I need food. But the second match, so like I go to pull guard and the guy like goes to sit on his ass, and I'm like, oh shit. Like or like he goes to like they call it a combat stance. So it's basically like a coach's knee, like but like
a bitch.
Yeah, what?
Like a bitch?
But it's one knee, but it's pulling guard. So instead of your ass, it's on your knees. So you can wrestle up easier. Like there's a lot of advantages to that. But I'm like, fuck, like I was gonna pull guard. Like what do I do? Like, and I like didn't think. I don't know why I didn't think about someone else pulling guard. Maybe I just thought I would be quicker. But I was like, fuck, like okay. And like my coach before this was like, hey, this guy trains at our gym sometimes, and I hadn't seen him before.
So you had tape.
So the coach had not tape, but he had in person, but yes, tape. So he goes, speaking of tape, this guy's ankle was all taped up, which is like, oh fuck, he's probably dabbling in the leg games a little too deep, and you know what I mean, let one go. But my coach, like, he's got a good straight ankle lock, like don't panic tap. That's what he told me. I was like, okay, like whatever. He's like, I know you're not going. He's like, I know you wouldn't have, but like, I just want you like. Just to know, yeah, just be warned. I'm like, okay, and that's before the match. I'm like, fuck. And so I'm like, but like my, I have like a weird, obviously long legs, and so like my defense for straight ankles, like in a good defense, is like you just shove your foot like deeper, and like it makes it hard to get to the foot. And like, it's not like the best defense, but it keeps you pretty safe. And like I have long legs as it is, so it's like people have to reach like super far back in order to get to my foot. So he tells me this guy pulls guard, and I'm like, shit. And then I try to do some bullshit like a pop over like into side control, because he had like one knee up, and so I try to like stuff his knee and like you would like your little brother, like, you know what I mean, sit on a couch, like literally just like hop over it.
Yeah.
It works more often than you would think. Didn't work here. I'm like, fuck. And so now I'm like in deep, like onto like him. He's got his knee between. He grabs my legs and fucking not sweeps me, but sits me to my ass. And now we're both sitting on our ass, and he's entering his straight ankle lock, which I was told specifically to not panic tap from. So I'm like, fuck. Sorry, my throat is burning.
Oh my God, I'm just dying after 2.
But anyways, so he puts me in this straight ankle, and it's like I forget if it was 50-50, but I think it was like a 50-50 position. So we're basically like scissoring. We're not crotch to crotch, but we're in that scissor position, but farther away, right? And he starts grabbing my leg, and he's got it, and like he starts wrenching on it. And I mean, like, at first, like, my knee was bent because, like, we had just fallen, and he snatched it up quick. Like I said, like, my coach was like, this is his go-to.
Yeah.
Or at least had been at our gym. Snatches it up quick with my knee bent, and so he's got, like, full range of my foot. Just, my foot is, like, full flat. You know what I mean? Like, flex all the way out, and, like, to the point where it's, like, a little bit past straight. So it's, like, here, and it's getting past straight, and I'm like, don't panic. I mean, he's like, he psyoped me. He was like, I know you're not going to panic tap. So I was like, okay, like, I definitely can't tap at all. And it, like, hurt, but it wasn't, like, bad. And so then I, like, grabbed the hands and, like, stuffed my foot all the way in. Like I was saying, like, the defense that I was taught. But the guy just started still wrenching on my shin, like, bad. Like, just as, like, full force, like all the way, like, back, just fucking full arch. And, like, at this point, he's just on my shin, so it's like he's not gonna snap my shin, but you know what I mean. Like that would be crazy. Like if he did that, kudos to you, but like there's no way you're doing that. So he goes and he's pulling so hard, and like I'm trying to kind of go with it, that my foot slips over top. So he has it here, and it slips over top, and it's technically considered a reaping, which is like bringing the leg to the other side of the knee, and it puts like bad tension on the leg, and you're usually going for a heel hook when you do it. But so the ref is like calls it, and he's like, DQ, like
DQ for you?
No, DQ for that guy for reaping the leg, for putting the leg on the opposite side of the knee. And then like his coach is like, I got like challenges it. I'm like, I didn't know. Like, these are rules I don't know that it fucking exists. And so he's like I guess you have like one challenge per. I don't know. Like maybe if it's like someone says you tap or something.
It's on
like
tape though.
So they have like fucking 2010s like webcams sitting at the front of the table.
The monitor.
Exactly. So I'm like, what? Like
it's coming on.
So I'm sitting there, and my coach is like sitting there in like my corner, but it's like right next to the table. And there's like a bunch of our teams got matches going on. So he's like trying to coach me through this one, but like we got other people that have matches going on. So he's like trying to keep an eye on like the situation. And I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. He's like, we're going to VAR. He's like, VAR. And I'm like, that's sick. And so, I was like, dude, like, go. I was like, leave, like, go help someone. I was like, I don't know how long this is going to take. Like, he's like, yeah, you've seen his best. Like, that's his best weapon. So, like, what he's going to try and do, like, just, he's like, just avoid that. And I was like, like laughing. I was like, okay, sounds good. So anyways, like 5 minutes goes by. And like, we have like that coach's girlfriend who's like, she's the best, Zoe.
She hot?
It's the coach's girlfriend. No, she's good looking. I just in a respectful way. She's good looking. She's like half English. I think her family's from England. Like they're still over there, and she decided to stay. She's sick.
Nice.
But anyways, what?
Thanks, love.
I said nice bloke.
Nice bloke. No, but she was like, she's in the stands. Like no one knows what's happening. Like, again, there's a bunch of matches. It's not like they're like, oh, we are going to video replay on mat 24.
Everyone come over.
No, so they're like, what's going on? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. And so, like, finally, it's probably like 7-8 minutes. This big fucking jack judge, like, comes out of the back. He's, like, watching the monitor. He's like, and, like, his coach is, like, there arguing for him. And, like, he's trying to argue his case. And I'm just, like, standing by myself. I'm like, I don't. Like, either way, either care. DQ or, like, let's resume. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, one of the two. Like, I'm just standing here. Like, we're holding up. I felt bad for the other guys. I'm like, now it's been damn near an hour since these fuckers are gone. Probably close to 45 minutes. Either way. So finally they're like, okay, like we called it wrong. No DQ. What we'll do is we'll stand you guys up. We'll give him 2 points for the position, which I was like, okay, whatever, that's fine. And then we'll just reset in the middle. And so I was like, okay, perfect. So he's like, okay, go. And so that guy, same thing, sits to a knee, and I'm like, what do I do?
So he just sits there, and then you have to attack.
So you have to make connection with the hand. So like he's going here, and he's sitting like this, like, and he's got connection with my wrist, like here, and so he can now like either like, and you probably can't hear, like wrestle up for a single, or like you can wrestle up for a single, like double leg. You can sit back on a leg. So a bunch of that stuff. And so I was going.
Can you try and pull him back up though?
You can, but it's.
Oh, I'm like, get up, bitch. Let's go.
It's hard. But see, I'm pulling guard too, brother. I'm pulling. I respect the guard pull. So, anyways, he does that. He drops to a knee, and I'm like, fuck. I'm just gonna pull guard anyways. So I sit to my ass and like I kind of reverse one of the grips. So he has one grip, I have one grip, and I just like pull myself into like a slip and slide. You know what I mean? Like just or like a swing dance, like into like half guard. He's like sitting there. So like now we're in half guard, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect, exactly where I want to be. Should have done this the first time. Like, what the fuck? Like I just like, and I've done that like so many times in other roles. Like I just didn't think. You know what I mean? Like. Just kind of froze up in the moment. I was like, oh shit. Like, so anyways, now I'm in half guard, and my choke that I like to do is the buggy choke. But
the buggy,
the bad part about it is you have to let the guy pass the side control. So you're giving up points to attempt a choke. That might not
But you're
work.
up too, so you're fine.
No, I'm down.
He's down too.
That's what I mean. They gave the other guy points.
They gave the other guy points.
Yeah, that's why it was like kind of
so
whack.
he went from a DQ to getting 2 points?
Exactly. That's why I was like kind of whack, but whatever. So now we're in half guard, and like I am like sitting there, and I have his leg like laced up, and like usually you can tell like again like this has been like my go-to choke for like a year and a half. Like I saw it on Instagram and I was like, that's sick. And so like started doing it, and like I have like the perfect body. It's like one of those body type chokes where it's like long arms, long leg, like just like boom. Like it's that like other people have to like really like bend down, reach for it, or like can't get their arms around people. So it's like it's like a trick more than it is a fucking jiu-jitsu move. You know what I mean? Like it's which is not like I would say is not complimentary to me. You know what I mean? Like it's not real jiu-jitsu, which is like kind of bullshit. But anyway, so like the guy, I can feel like he's starting to like, I got his leg, and now he's like, okay, now I want to pass the side control. Like I don't want to be stuck in this position. So he goes, and I like kind of open up my legs, passes the side control, and then like
you pounce
immediately. And it's like on my good side too. So like when they're here passing to this side, which is the side most people like pass to, like if you look at people with cauliflower ear, it's usually their right ear that's fucked up, like beginners, or like if they're just getting it because they're passing to the left side. It's just like the natural way. Like I don't know why it is, but just everyone, like the other side would be called like the funky side or whatever. And so this guy passes to like the good side that everyone passed to. I'm like, thank God. And so I like get a nice buggy choke, get a good grip on it, and he like tries to pull out, which is like the exact opposite. You try to go into it to like get your like whole arm through, and like
so where you're choking his neck?
Yeah, it's like a head and arm choke here.
Oh, okay.
And so like your like their head and arm is in this gap, and you go there and like you tighten it up like that. And so it's like it's super tight like when you get it right.
Yeah,
but, like,
you're done.
It's easy to like kind of fuck it up. But anyway, I got a good grip, and he like tried to pull out, and so like he ended up, and like he's a cool guy. Like I was talking to him a bunch afterwards, but went like face down into my shirt, and so like. It was just like he was like suffocating him. So like, so it wasn't even like the head and arm. It was literally like
just the placement on the body.
Exactly. Yeah. And so they call that. We've been calling it the brother's milk, because like mother's milk is when you have someone in like mount and you like smother them like this and like make them look like they're drinking fucking tit milk, but it's like a sweaty rash guard. It's like waterboarding them. Yeah. And so like when people have been doing it from the buggy, we've been calling it the brother's milk, but it was just a buggy choke. And so that was match 2.
So he taps.
He taps, and that was like a minute after like the whole delay and stuff. So he tapped.
And you're like, take your points and shove them up your ass, bitch.
And that's the thing too. Like I didn't even like cross my mind about like scoring points. And then like there's a couple matches in between. Like the other side of the brackets. Now that one guy shows up, they have their match, whatever. And so the other side of the bracket starts going, and there's this one guy who's just like passing people's guard like a hot knife through butter. He was sick. And he just like was passing. He beat this one guy like 21 to fucking like 0 or something like that. But like they didn't get the sub, but just like demolished him on points. It was going like knee on belly, mount, fucking pat, like the whole gambit, just ran the gambit. And then he was going up against one of the teammates I had, and I think
I'm in the gambit.
that my teammate ended up beating him. And so then it was like set up for me versus my teammate in the semifinals.
Oh.
And I'm like, and this is we're going for different gyms though. So he's my teammate from San Mateo, and
You're at the
he
San Jose gym now.
and I'm out of exactly. So like on my sheet it says Jimmy
Right,
Riley, 10
San
Planet,
Jose,
yeah,
gotta
10
win it.
Planet San Jose. It says 10 Planet San Mateo. Even though I've been at 10 Planet San Mateo longer, I was just like I spend more hours now.
Right away, you have him. Like, oh, I got
No,
this
and
fucker.
so the thing with this guy, and like the shitty thing is,
Snake in the grass.
me and him have been like we've had a bunch of like roles, and he's gotten the better out of me a majority of the time. Like for like not even close.
But he knows that the buggy's your thing, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he definitely knows. Like everyone knows.
And you
at
know,
our
and you know
gym.
his move, right?
He doesn't really see. The thing is, he's so good. He's so well rounded that like he doesn't really. There's no like, and like that's how a lot of guys at the gym are. Like there's no. This is their move. Like I feel like I'm the not that I'm the only guy, but like I just. It's weird. The buggy's a choke you don't want to get hit with. It's one that's like, oh, I got hit with the buggy choke. It's like not embarrassing, but you're like, fuck, I got hit with like, oh,
Twister.
Twister's kind of one of them, but like the buggy choke, you're in side control. Like you should be doing the most. Like you should be attacking and then you get submitted. So it's like you're like, fuck, how did I get caught with the buggy? So it's like one of those. And so like people now like going against me, like there's a defense where you just like put your elbow on like the hip, and so like they immediately like going against me, they're like no, I'll do like you can have another move, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like I'm not
yeah.
getting buggy choked.
Yeah.
So like people in the gym, but like this guy for sure knows that like the buggy choke is like what I like doing. But like even then, like I have other like
You can go to another move.
I got Darces, I got some
You
triangles.
go to a counter, baby. Go to a counter.
We never know. So anyways, we go and like he kind of does the same thing where he kind of half pulls guard, half does it. And so I pull guard into side control, and like he immediately jumps the half guard. And so I'm like, oh, I fucking go for it again. Gotta go for it. So I locked the buggy. And so unbeknownst to us at the time, our coach, both of our coaches are sitting in the corner. So our coach from San Jose came from San Mateo,
Yeah.
and he's the head coach of San Mateo, is like first black belt, all this stuff. Like, and so they're both sitting in the corner, and like they agree. They're like, we're not going to coach. You know what I mean? Like, just let them go do jiu-jitsu, and like whatever happens. And so like they're sitting there, and unbeknownst to us, they had made a bet. And like it's just a $5 bet, and each of them took their guy. And so I was like afterwards, I was like, that's kind of sick, even if it was just $5. But anyways, I get him in the buggy, and I've never tapped this guy with the buggy before, so I'm like, the odds at happening now is like slim to none. But like I hold it there for like 2 minutes, and like I have like a clear vision at our corner, so like I have it there, and I'm like laughing, and like that picture of me smiling on Instagram is like from that, because I'm like laughing, like how stupid is this, like. Why? Like, just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, it was funny. But, so I get him in the buggy. He obviously doesn't tap. Like, was never gonna tap.
So he went out cold?
No, he was, no. He was, it wasn't like locked in perfectly. That's the thing. Like, if it's not like perfect on the neck, like, there's some wiggle room. And if he gets his hand like a little bit out, so I go buggy to Dars, which is a sick transition. The Ruotolo brothers. I don't know if you watched any CJI. Those are the guys that like, I don't know. One of them won, but it's a cool transition. And then he like defended that, and so like he like a way to defend it is like he put his back on top of my chest. Like I'm looking up, he's looking up, but his back's on my chest now. And because I have long legs, I just like rolled my legs over like into like it was just gonna be a mount, and then he like stuffed my legs, so then I stopped, like went to a triangle.
So if you have him in the buggy for however long you said,
Like 2 minutes.
You're getting points for that?
No,
or no?
so that's the thing.
That's
because
like
he passed the side control, he's getting it's weird. If you enter a submission, and that's where I guess I fucked up the first one, because the guy, I think they ended up saying the 2 points came from him passing my guard at the buggy choke, or no, I couldn't have been it because the buggy choke happened after that. I don't know where the 2 points came from. If a submission is on while they're passing your guard or whatever, I guess, like
You have to get the tap.
It's a null.
it doesn't count towards the points, I guess, because what ends up happening is I get it like in a like a half-ass triangle that he was never gonna tap to, and like I'm trying to pull, and like my arms are now like 1,000 pounds from holding the buggy for so long. I'm like, oh my god, like I couldn't like get it, and then he got out of it, and then like we stood up, and then he like tried to enter in the legs, and time ran out 0-0, so it goes to ref decision. And so it's just like the ref that's like sitting there, like just calls, and he's like, winner. I'm like, and I was like dead at this point. I'm like, that's the semis. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm like feeling it. Now I'm like, shit. Like not necessarily body exhausted, but like I definitely just held shit way too long. And like my arms are like fatigued. I'm like, fuck. Like,
what time is it at this point? Going into the finals?
Probably 5.
Jeez, that was quick.
Yeah, no. They're knocking them out. It's like one after another.
Okay.
Like, just for your bracket at least. And so then now I got a little bit of a period of waiting because we have the finals, and like the other side of the people, I forget what happened. It was taking forever. So like between matches too, I was like ripping zins. I was just like sitting there, just chilling, like everyone's like, and again, I don't know enough about jiu-jitsu to be like, oh, like this is this guy's game. This is what I need. You know what I mean? Like to think on the fly. Like I just don't have it. So I'm like, watching's not going to get me anywhere anyway. So like, I was like, I'll just fucking rip a couple zins, sit on the sidelines. Like I was watching, obviously, like filming for my teammates, but like not like super like, oh, what's he doing? So, then the finals came, and it was against the guy that like was passing everybody's guard, and it was like, fuck, like I don't want to get made a fool in the fight. I mean, it's like things not nervous, like definitely never was nervous. That's the one thing. Like it was crazy. Like I didn't normally or used to get nervous, but like there was always like those butterflies. But like even then, it was like none of that. It was just like whatever. And so my coach goes, he's like, all right, this guy's he's gonna pass tight. He's like, his hands are gonna be on your hips. He's like, if he does happen to pass your guard, he's like, the buggy will be right there. He's like, don't let him pass your guard, but like, if he happens to, he's like, it's be right there. I was like, okay, like sounds good, awesome. So we go out there, and then like a minute goes by, and like we're like, I pull guard again. Obviously, it was just a classic jiu-jitsu butt scooter. And like we're back and forth for like a half second, and then he like passes one way but not all the way. I kind of like tangle up his legs, and then he passes to the other side completely. And like as he's passing, like my arms, like my legs going up as he's like not even landed yet, and like the buggy was on like immediately. And then he like picked me up, and so there's no slams. That's the other thing. Like if there's slams, I'm definitely not buggy choking people, because like you just pick me up and just drop me.
And there's no ground and pound.
No ground and pound. No hitting. There is combat. There's combat jiu-jitsu, which is like open hand slap, but this wasn't that. But anyways, he like picked me up to like try and like swing his head out, and like I said, it just gets like tighter when you try to go out the back door. And so he tapped, and like that was it. That was definitely not. That's all about the respect and jiu-jitsu.
Did you get a huge round of applause going to the gym? No,
that's I mean, there's
everyone's like, yeah,
there's so many people, there's so many mats, like.
No, I'm talking about when you go to the gym the next.
There's like
you're gonna, hey, the champ's walking in, Jay. What up?
See, and that's like people do it because I would do that to people all the time. Like the champ is here, the champ is here. I would do it to people all the time, and so like this one guy did to me. I was like, dude, stop. Honestly, stop. Like, I was like, I get why you hate it now. It's the fucking worst. I was like, stop it.
I love that.
But it was funny. And then our team took 3rd place overall. Like we tied with I think 2 other schools, but because we only had I think 6 guys, which is like crazy. Like Oakland put up like 20 guys, they got 1st place. San Mateo put up like I think 15 guys or something like that, they got 2nd place. And we had 6 and got 3rd place. And we were tied with a bunch of other schools in points, but because we had a bunch of subs between all of our guys, like I guess that's like the tiebreaker. Yeah. And so ended up being a 10-planet sweeperoo, which was sick.
So now how does the belt stuff work? Like with
no
your
belts?
No. I'm sorry, not the belt, but like, do you since you won, do you like move up a level, or how does that work?
No,
nothing
it's
with
just, Not really. I like some people. I feel like some schools heavily are like if you compete and you know what I mean like do well, and obviously like if you're competing a bunch, but like one competition where I happened upon 2 buggy chokes is like
Yeah.
it's not really. I mean it's you know what I mean it's cool as fuck. Like don't get me wrong, but like you said, it's not really jiu-jitsu. Like I don't know. It's like that's why it's like it's sick, but it's like hard to be stoked. 'Cause I'm like.
But
You're gonna be stoked.
It's your
What the
move. I
fuck?
mean,
No,
there's
that's what I mean. They are exactly, and it's not like I had like
I mean,
it's not lucky.
illegal.
Like it's shit that I've like been practicing. Like I've watched instructionals on it. Like it's easy, but it's like
So is it like put it in like basketball terms? Is it like a gimmick or something? Like
in
like, is that-
basketball terms.
like is that like if you're like I don't know, like are you like
Have you-
trapping first pass or
threes?
no, not banking
Did
a
you,
three.
you remember Big Rosie?
Big Rosie.
The play Terry O'Hara's teams used to run, where it's an out of bounds play where they circle the wagon. It's a gimmick.
Oh, so yeah, so okay, so
it's
it's-
kind of gimmicky, but it's not. It's obviously real, and like you have to like. It's something
Is
that
it like a trick play in football?
it should
That's
only
what I was
work
gonna
one
say, like a
time.
flea
Exactly.
flicker.
Is it like a
It
flea flicker
It
thing?
should only work one time.
Okay.
On a guy. Like
Yeah.
if someone hits you with it one time, you should be like, oh shit, okay, like
Now I know for
I
next
know
time.
keep my elbow at the hip, you know what I mean, or keep my head out, so there's no shot of that.
So now that you have that in the bag, are you working on more submissions?
oh, dude, that's what I mean. Like that's been working on, you know what I mean. But like, there's the Darce games coming along nice. The rear triangles coming along nice.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff in the bag. My deep half games,
Jim's in his bag.
No,
Hey.
but yeah, I mean, it was just fun. Like I'd like to do one around San Jose.
So when's the next time? They do like once a month or?
Yeah, I mean, you can find different ones. Like there was one in Santa Cruz the same weekend, which I had no idea would have been freaking nice. Stockton at 4 p.m. is brutal, but everyone was doing that one, so it was like just made it easy. But yeah, no, it was honestly really fun. Like I said, a bunch of the teammates won too, so it was like afterwards took a group picture and like hella people had medals on. Some people were fucking clanging around because they did like the open division and won their weight division.
Were you
So it
guys
was
all
like,
biting them?
no, and like I've honestly since like Little League, like getting medals, like they put it on your head and it's like you do the picture and then you take it and put it in your back pocket. Like I wasn't
I had
wearing
my
it
bowling
around.
medal from Cal Poly. That thing hung up.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's honestly, it's on my jiu-jitsu dummy right now. I was like, that's a nice little metal hanger. Fucking.
And then you guys go out to a Stockton bar after and knock a couple
So
back? or-
everyone was like, everyone decided on going to In-N-Out, and they're
Oh,
like, In-N-Out,
nice.
perfect. But me and these two wrestlers that like wrestled like at the club team at Michigan, so like they're pretty good wrestlers. They're like, if one of us wins, like we got to go get beers, and like. I was like, okay, if one of us wins, like this is a pipe dream, never gonna happen. Sure thing, I'll get beers with you guys. Yeah, and then it happens. One of the other guys won too,
Oh,
so it
sick.
was sick. Yeah, and so we got there, and then the guy that didn't win was like, all right, I guess I'll buy the beers. Like you guys won, so beers on me. So we didn't go to In-N-Out. We ended up going to like this barbecue place down the street. Got a sculpin, just a 16-ounce sculpin
in Stockton? Sketch.
sitting outside on the street, just in Stockton, just fucking.
Wow.
But it was right next to UOP, so it was a little bit better of an
Oh,
area.
yeah, okay.
But
okay.
still
Yeah,
Stockton.
that area is actually nice. I've been there a
Yeah,
couple
it's
times.
it's not bad.
University Pacific.
Yeah. But yeah, so like had like. And I haven't, like, mind you, haven't eaten. I've had 2 bananas in
Oh,
tortillas
so you're
today.
feeling that Sculpey.
I'm hammered off of one beer,
And there it
brother.
is.
I'm like what the fuck? And so like we're sitting there, and I'm also getting the mentals right because we're sitting outside in Stockton. I'm like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? And so yeah, and so we're drinking beers, and like I'm like getting up to go, and I'm like, I shouldn't be driving. I was like,
After one?
brother, I was like drunk. It was crazy. Like, and I think it was because
IPA? Well, because you just did a bunch of
but a sculpin is I think
8%er.
let's see, what percent alcohol is a sculpin? 7.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I hadn't I don't drink ever. I had just lost I was at the start I was 190 something, and so it was I'd come down quite a bit of ways. There's just nowhere for that alcohol to go, and I sat in my car for 10 minutes. I was like, fuck. I was like,
Did you go get food? Did you go to?
Well, so then everyone was at In-N-Out, and then I was like, I can make it to In-N-Out, perfect. So I jammed the In-N-Out, and not jam. I drive the speed limit very, very safely.
Dubs.
And I go to the In-N-Out, and I see no teammates, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh shit. And so I'm like, what? Text one of the guys, what In-N-Out is it? Totally different one. I'm like, god damn, how long will we be there? And they're like, 30 minutes. It's a 10-minute drive. I'm like, perfect. I'll just see people, whatever. Don't have to stay and eat with them. They were all gone by the time I got there. I was like, shit. And so I just crushed a couple double dubs with the boy Andre. Andre went. Shout out Andre.
Shout out Andre.
Andre Money.
Andre Money. A Money.
A Money. But yeah, no, it was sick. I mean, like I said, it kind of a gimmicky thing, but
no, that's sick.
Shit was fun.
Gimmicks win ball games.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Sick,
but then yeah, my parents were like, oh, you knew you were gonna, you just didn't want us. I was like, honestly, I promise you'll see the next tournament I do, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. It was on a whim, just happened to get lucky, the right matchups, the right everything. I mean, it's one of those.
And you never know. Were there any UFC scouts there? Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
dude,
something.
Dana White was looking for a fight.
Dana's got some boys out there. You never know.
Fucking that's what
series.
This one guy in the bracket was like, dude, you should take an amateur MMA bout and just buggy choke someone. He's like, it would be so sick. He's like, you wouldn't even have to get hit. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, they're gonna fucking slam me one and then smash my face. And I was like, you're psycho. But yeah, sorry, that was long-winded. No, that
was a rundown of that. That was sweet.
The champ is here, baby.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, fuck, I hate that. When the guy was doing it, I was like, god damn it, stop it. Stop it right now.
I love that the feet are out too.
What?
The feet are out.
Piggy boys don't have mouth today.
Thanks, Bug. Calling the attention, bring him back in. Put him behind the cage. Put him behind the cage. Yeah, honestly, that's all I've been up to. My leg is
dude,
fucked.
I saw that when you were explaining.
You can see it's
from the ankle lock.
Yeah,
from the calf down was wrenched.
And have you been going with that still or no? This week have you gone?
Yeah, and it's been tougher to roll because it's locking up, my whole shin because he was just like I said wrenching the whole thing. It's been hard to try and lock up triangles. So I've been just having to play a whole weird different game, but anytime I go shin to shin with someone, it's one of those pains that hurts in your stomach. And you're like, oh my god! And you just you can't see. I mean, you can't be a pussy. You just gotta fucking eat it. But it's fuck me. And then my forearm too from that stupid that motion. It's you're almost fucking arm I don't even know, wrist locking or
pop lock and drop.
Yeah, but I don't know. All in all, good times.
Fuck yeah, the champ, baby.
So 5 matches?
Ended up being 4 matches, 3 subs.
4 matches. All right,
sick.
Just right through it.
3 subs.
Sick, and I didn't know they have that Jiu-Jitsu World League is who puts it on. They put on a bunch of tournaments. So they have your stats online. So I was like, oh, that's sick. They updated it. I was like, that's sick.
That's sick. Jimmy's a sub master.
3 subs.
So sick. Yeah, that's, obviously enough about myself.
That was perfect.
That was 50 minutes of jiu-jitsu breakdown.
That was 50 minutes? No.
Damn near 45.
I wanted to hear.
I wanted to fucking hear it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I appreciate you guys entertaining it because we didn't get into it too much with Josh podcast, so it's be 2 weeks expired. It'll be old news, but got a sweet Instagram post out of it. Gotta love that.
Very true.
Love an Instagram post. 1 a year I'm due for. I was due, so worked out. What have you guys been up to? Book Meek, what you been doing? You on the mug game or
Little nap
Calling out
piece,
Big
eh?
Cat's iced
Boog's
cough.
not responding to my text. I texted him about
Damn.
our boy the Rizzler. No fucking response yesterday.
I
Yeah,
did have a
fucking.
I did have a chicken bake though for the first time.
Yeah,
did?
yeah. I saw.
Oh, they're good.
They are good.
Let me tell you the smells that were coming out of me this morning.
Oh,
I
I
know.
believe
Yeah, I've been having issues with that.
Insane.
Too.
But
5
yeah, I
booms?
gave it 5 booms.
that.
The Rizzler was
incredible.
at Barstool.
Dude, that shit was so,
So
funny.
good.
And they like try to make it seem like it was like the biggest celebrity. I'm like, I hope they're like joking. I mean, I hope they're in on the joke because this is crazy.
I fucking love the Riz.
The Rizzmeister. But what you been up to?
Yeah, kind of hopping back and forth on the bangs and the coffee. I'm still,
There you
It's a
go.
transition
Still on
period.
the bang
it's
gang.
kind of like I don't mean
Penis?
to, huh?
What are you getting with Flav?
Peach mangoes.
Oh, peach.
I don't mean I don't mean to belabor the Russell Crowe point, but he was talking about how when he tried to quit cigs, he was kind of like less productive because he was kind of like always like thinking about it and kind of just trying to like do stuff to stay off it.
It's a
Feel
cop
that.
out.
And then just like be like he's like if he smokes, he could just be his normal self. So
Be Russ.
Chewers are doers.
if I'm at my best when I drink bangs, then why not drink bangs?
I mean, I guess.
I guess, yeah, that's kind of a shitty way to think about it, though.
But no, I'm
Yeah, I feel
gonna
it.
have a couple last ditch efforts. But I like the vanilla sweet cold brews. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
How much coffee you got left of the Stella Blue?
that's shitty. I'll give it to you.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
But
Really?
I went up to a vineyard. A
Napa.
vineyard.
Oh,
Napa.
yeah.
Took a nice little drive up 680, reminisce.
Got the text.
Reminisce,
man.
reminisce.
And yeah, it was really nice. Stopped off at the gas station. I usually when I would go to Reen,
Sick.
Say what up to the guy.
tears in my eyes. Actually, this homeless guy went to the race, black, but he
Beep that.
comes up to me and he's like, hey, I need some money. Someone close the door. Turn it on.
Take a high criminal.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I've tried my hand with homeless people. I thought I made a connection with one. It turned out he was schizo and turned on me one day, and I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Where did you make a connection with
It
one?
was the guy right by the old 7-Eleven where I was working, and I was just giving him money every now and again, and
No,
just
that's how
In
they.
Reno?
They keep
What?
coming
In
to you.
Reno?
no, down here. Fuck, Reno crackheads are sketch. I'm not getting anywhere within 10 feet of those guys. But how was so you get up there? This is a business trip.
Yeah, kind of sad they didn't bus us, but had a few glasses of the
Is this wine?
brutes, rosés, a couple terriers.
Ooh, so we're going whites here.
Yeah,
And now is this like
Sparkling here.
ooh,
really good.
sparkling? So is this
Really
like a
good.
taste, like a tester, so you know what you're selling
actually, it
and
was kind
stuff
of
like
like
that?
it was kind of like a reward.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
And they had you guys drive there?
That's vibes.
That's tough.
but yeah, I kind of felt bad because one of my coworkers like asked me for a ride, and then I was like, yeah, no worries. And then I was like, oh, ride back, and I realized he was an SF, and I was like, oh fuck. So I said, oh shit, I gotta get my TB test read. I gotta be back.
You gotta get the test
Wow.
read in person.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
2 days.
Yeah.
But,
Oh my
What?
God, bro. Yep.
And so you didn't have to go to S. That's a crazy ask. What the fuck is that?
That's a
Yeah, it's
great.
like-
That's a great response though in the moment.
Yeah,
Dude,
Well, it's on your way back, but you got to go into the city.
that's
which
what I
is
mean.
shitty.
Like, it's not like
but the
a.
thing is like I said yes, and then like the day before, like right before we got off, I like said, hey, I can't do it. That was kind of a D move. That was what I was gonna bring up last pod.
Oh.
I just
You just
Yeah.
after the fact. You're
after
like,
the
"Ah, fuck
fact,
it,
you feel
whatever."
comfortable.
but yeah, it was really nice.
So was there more people from your team there? How many is it? Like you and your boss went?
Yeah, it was like the like my division
Oh, nice.
broken up in divisions.
So you got a little hammy with the boss, schmoozing
Yeah.
with the.
Not really hammied, but they had some really good food, like apricot, prosciutto.
You Meekers love
Prosciutto.
your
cheese, and
fucking
balsamic.
Apps.
Yeah, it's crazy. Your jellies and fucking cheeses.
Say me.
Fucks. That sounds like a good time though. That's fucking. And night. Were you paid for this? This is on the clock.
Nice.
Nothing.
How long were you there?
2.5 hours.
Did you have to
I would
work
have been
before?
chugging.
Yeah, but it was nice because like like since we stayed till like 3, I didn't have to start till like 6:30.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, there's nothing better than those days where you just don't have to do shit at work and you can just kind of run
That's
the clock
every day
out.
for me, man.
That's
every
crazy.
day.
I cannot imagine. Some days I'm like, I need to work. You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
I know.
I'm
I get
fucking-
bored sometimes, but
Yeah.
You should do like a Davey day trade or something like that.
no, I'm not a stock guy. I'm trying to write, but my fingers don't work anymore, Kev. I don't know.
You should,
Text it.
Ariel's
Notes app.
doing Yahoo now, and he's doing like basketball. all this
So you need
stuff.
some guys.
He's a beat writer.
Yeah.
I'd be a beat writer.
A
beat.
I'll anyone who wants to do a podcast, we got the equipment just to
I know,
branch
I gotta
out.
get on
It's-
that, too.
it's-
Hashtag Motley Tool. Hashtag Dave Fade. Deciding on the name.
Still deciding. Have the mock-ups. But that's money, Bug. So work's going well. And then have you been golfing lately?
No, I've actually been off the golf.
Yeah.
More on the UFC 5, you know. Just
Really
taking
winning
names and,
belts.
New levels.
But yeah, looking forward to. I don't want to say anything now, but maybe some news down the pipeline. Working on.
Okay.
Not the first cliffhanger we've heard from Meeker on our
You
Trough
bring it
listeners,
up. You
but
just bring a cliffhanger.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Sleep on it.
Nothing's official. I don't want to speak.
Oh, I know. What you're talking. Okay. I got you.
I don't know.
I got you.
Talking pipelines. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I got
Just,
you.
We'll say the revenge tours may be upon us.
Still
I
have
don't
no
know what that
idea.
means.
But that's we'll talk off. And then Kev Cal, I hope your week is going better than the week at Willow Glen High and Middle School.
Yeah.
Two threats, 2 evacuations, back-to-back days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bombs. Apparently, I guess. I don't know. But
Oppenheimer-
how's
Oppenheimer bombs?
We have bombs.
we have planes.
Beep that.
How has the first couple weeks been? We living the dream, everything we thought it was?
I mean,
Hopefully not ripping before.
On an empty tummy there.
but,
Underfed and malnourished.
yeah. No, it plays a role. But yeah, no, I mean, just closing out week 2 now. But yeah, no, I mean, things are good. Fast paced, but I mean, classes, I'm starting to get to know the kids more and stuff like that. But started doing after school flag football as well.
There we go.
5th and 6th boys. We had a couple practices.
How's the squad looking?
Head coaching?
Technically, yeah.
If you need OC, I'm right here, Kev. We're gonna run the veer. We're running the veer flag.
Wing tee all day, 5th and 6th grade. Don't mess around with anything else.
But no, we have a couple of good athletes. I mean, we're gonna split into 2 teams, so we gotta do it as even as possible. So it's not gonna be like AB style.
Damn, that's tough. Yeah, a tournament team at least.
I don't know if we're doing any tournaments.
Got to do the what is it? Saint Francis
Victor's?
Cabrini.
No, St. Victor's is
Cabrini.
one too. I don't know if we'll
Yeah.
do. I don't know if we're like
Got to
in the
get in
same
the Cabrini
division
tournament. It's
as that one.
big,
But
big boy.
How are you on names? You
We'll see.
already know all the names.
no. There's definitely because some classes I don't see, and then how we kind of get class started, like they go to like certain spots, and then we just kind of like get going. Like we don't really attendance or roll call them. So like
Oh, 'cause they're getting sent from another class.
they're getting sent, exactly. So yeah, so like I mean I'm getting a good feel, and then like I am now like making sure I'm doing roll too. So like I'll see where they're at on the chart. So we have them all laid out. So I have its chart. So now I'm like starting to put like faces to names much better. So I mean it'll give me probably another month plus, to be honest, because I have 2nd through 8th grade, and that's probably 300 plus.
Jeez, how are the 8th
total.
graders? Are they dicks?
No, they're okay.
Yeah?
No, everybody's cool.
Give
Everybody's
it
cool
time.
so
Give
far.
it time.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like, it's just the end of week
Are
2.
you guys already changing out?
Yeah, 5th through 8th
Because you
grade.
weren't before, like.
Not
this-
Stratford, no. No one had
Yeah,
a
so
PE
this-
uniform.
No.
locker room.
I'm talking about Eighth is the oldest you've done before, right? This is all new.
Yeah, I mean,
Or did you do it at St. Lucy's?
Yeah, I did that for like a minute. So yeah, I haven't done middle though. Yeah, in a while. So yeah, I'm doing 2nd through 5th. I mean, that's really not too bad. But yeah, it's more 6th, 7th, 8th will be fine. I just got to integrate a little better with it. It's different. I can't talk to a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old how I would like an 8-year-old.
Right.
True.
And it's a TikToker generation too, so you gotta fucking. You guys hear that new Sabrina Carpenter? Lay that line tomorrow. They'll love it.
But yeah,
Coach Cali knows Sabrina.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bring up some double chunk chocolate cookies.
That would get the people going. Double chunk chocolate. Fuck, that's good, Bugmeek.
but yeah, man. But things are good.
Good. Fuck yeah. And then Teach, we coming off, you guys are coming off a kickball win.
We came off
today.
probably our best game we've ever played. You were there. It was pretty.
there. Yeah, let up a couple runs thanks to Mitch and Mike, but hey,
Just
Did
two.
you guys say something happened?
What? Yeah, something did happen. Two things happened.
Rykow with the headphones.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That was it. That was his.
I saw
When I
it.
tweeted that, but he put that up on his Insta. That was his highest
Interaction.
ever of getting interactions with that. We can get into that. I'm a big workout person. If I'm working out with a partner, and Kev's done it before, if my partner has headphones in, I'm a guy that working out, we're constant talking. We're a team. Let's get this done. Like, hey, next set. Rykow needs the music sometimes to get through his set or whatever and get to his that extra rep, which, okay. But, which sometimes, like, he and I do split off because I can't, with my spine, I'm not supposed to do anything like loading. Like, I can't do
I
back squats because I won't
just
be able to
funny
walk.
that
No,
you're
I know, but they're like,
30
don't load your
years
spine.
old.
So I do different stuff than he
Right.
does. So that's when for headphones with that, if I'm not near you, that's completely fine. But then once we come back and do stuff and he's like taking it out, I'm like, dude, I'm right here. Let's go. We're talking now. We're done with the headphones.
2 in, or does he only have 1 in?
He'll when he goes for the set, it's 2, and then he'll like take 1 out. But then I'm like talking to him, and then he's like, "What? I'm like, "Let's go, lock in here, please." Fuck.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
I think one's.
But then I brought up this thing, which it's kind of not a double-edged sword, but like if you and I were to go on a flight together, if we're flying somewhere, we're sitting next to each other. Like, if I didn't have headphones, would you still headphone in and just ignore me? Probably, right? I think people would do that.
100%. Why did you not bring headphones on a fucking flight?
I know. That's probably a bad example.
But
But
yeah, I probably would.
Depends on the distance.
no, like, yeah. Like, if it's an hour flight to Arizona and I'm raw dogging it, we're not going to just talk for an hour?
I could.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour flight. But
Okay.
no,
We're
no.
flying
If
to
it's
Vegas, hour and a half.
exactly, if it is a shorter flight, you probably do. Or I probably scroll the phone, see if I can bang out an episode of The Office while we're on the tarmac, and then look over at you.
Come on, but
Yeah, see if you're not preoccupied after the first episode, and if
But
you're still
also,
sitting
which
there
he didn't
raw-dogging.
also say that going into it, I didn't know it was going to be a headphone day, right? If I know that he's having a headphone, then I would bring headphones too.
I have headphones in the car at all times.
Well, we normally don't. We normally don't. It's a no headphone. But when he does the bigger lifts and needs the extra boost,
Ellie Goulding can get you through it, man.
Ellie.
Boom.
Yeah, I honestly, I think I don't want to say I'm on Rye's side here, but
I know. Everyone else kind of spoke that way, so I guess I'll go fuck myself. But
hey,
I mean,
per
it's,
usual.
Exactly.
But back to kickball. So we had a little bit of a predicament today. Not
Well,
too
no, but
much.
stuff happened at the bar after that.
Oh yeah. You didn't say.
So we have, not to be a cocky asshole, but we're by far the best team in the league. But there's this team that thinks they're good. We played them in the finals last year, and we know going into the game that we're their Super Bowl.
Were they red? Was that the red team or?
They might have been. I think so. Yeah, but there's been history. They accused us last year of talking shit to them, and we're like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and one guy, Rye, used to train, and the guy's like, went after the game and was like, hey, you guys weren't talking shit, were you? And Rye's like, no. Rye's like, we just beat you by like 10. Why would we be
don't
talking
need,
shit? So And the guy's like, yeah, I didn't think so. So then when we played him in the finals, they thought they had a big thing going. We ended up blowing them out. I don't think they scored in the final last year. So fast forward to now, this is their Super Bowl. So we get there. We always get there early for the first game, and we start warming up, and we're just kicking the balls, each other, running around. Meek is in deep center, and this girl on the other team, they're warming up, this group of girls, and she goes, oh, yeah, this team takes it really serious. They're a bunch of old high school athletes that didn't play after high school. They're just like, this is like mind you, not me, but like majority of our team played college sports.
D1,
so
yeah.
Tay immediately beeline over. He's like, hey, they're talking shit. They're saying we take it too serious. We're just a bunch of old high schoolers. We're not college athletes. Like, they're blah, 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 blah. That's all we fucking needed.
Tay Meek could have been making this whole thing up, honestly. He knows how to get his boys going.
We play, it's a 5-run maximum per inning. And we kicked first, and I don't even think you kicked 10. We got to like the 6th person. There's 5 runs. We're done. Like we ended up playing 5 innings. We 5-run them every inning. It was 20. Final score was 25-2. Kicked the shit out of them.
Bad.
They're like talks to the guys on the team like, we gotta be better, blah 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 blah. You can't, because it's also, we know how to run around. You're supposed to get it. It's like if you're playing football. You get it to the pitch, inning's over. Yeah. There's girls that are like second, like standing. We're just running around, and they have no idea. It's nuts. Like Rye literally today kicked one to first. Guy bobbled it. He's on third because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. But
like instead of slowing down at a base, you're just better rounding the base and keep going. Like it's ridiculous.
So we beat the shit out of them 25-2. For kickball, we go to Willow Den after. You play the same team in Flip Cup. And majority of their team, only the girls played Flip Cup, which is fine. One was actually kind of cute. So the Volo people love us at Flip Cup because we're just always like, like I said, like, oh, I'm Glenn. Like we're always talking shit, having fun.
Glenn.
So Flip Cup, usually, if you played in college, it's you have your stuff in your cup, you flip, you go, all this stuff. Usually the table has moisture on it from different flips and all that stuff. And this, with COVID, your cup is nothing, so I'm just drinking on the side. Once the cup flips, I'm drinking my nooner, put it down, and then I flip my cup.
Right.
I have always done this. I like to clear my crease and pour some nooner on it.
Gets a little friction.
Get a little friction, get some stick. I've done it every time. I've asked them like, hey, and they're like, yeah, it's full. It's cool. They're like, as long as you're not drinking out of the cup. I'm like, perfect. So, and I usually do it for like lists and then other people.
I remember the first Flip Cup thing ever. Like people were doing that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's been.
So I'm like, okay, so pour it on. I like look at Mitch. Nothing. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right, put it on, mix it up. Here we go. The girl on the other team who's talking shit sees it and like looked at Tay. She's like, yeah, like I just have dignity. Like if I lose, I lose. I don't need to do stuff like that. I'm like, you guys just lost 25-2. I don't know how much dignity you have left. I'm like, fuck. And then we fucking swept them and fucking.
You did?
Yeah. In Flip Cup, just like and they were nice after the fact. But we're like, don't fucking talk shit to the Kings. Come on.
The Kings of Volo Sports.
But it was a good time. But yeah, other than that, we did low key weekend. We did that wine walk.
Where was the wine walk?
Lincoln.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
Huh?
Hey, Miyomi.
What? Oh no Miyomi. But I was being a wine snob, being like, oh yeah, a little peppery on the finish there.
Is that one where they have them in like the different shops and you go in and try?
Yeah. We did. We started at 2020, walked around, saw Sean Rooney, shout out. And then we did. Then we did Goose after, and then everyone was pretty banged up.
Pretty
so we
lubed up.
went. Yeah, I didn't stem it. I was thinking about it, but I didn't stem.
How many? You got a good amount left.
I have just one stem left, and then in that fantasy, I'm in a fantasy league with all three of those guys, and we sent our draft stuff. I'm like, who wants to shoot for the draft? One guy's like, fuck no.
That is so fucking funny. That's honestly, I was laughing about that all week. I just like so fucking funny.
Yeah, they're retired.
Yeah. Hey, happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
They'll come back stronger than ever. Let me tell you, we all do. But yeah, what else? Any you guys got anything else before we wrap this up? I'm going to Maui for a week, so we're doubling up this week. So
I say we maybe throw a little bet down
on
NFL season. You guys same division.
I already have a substantial amount on J Love MVP.
we got to pay debts before we make more bets.
Look at that.
Did you ever get the cash?
How much was it? 200? I'm not giving you 200. I'll shave my head now.
So good. Yeah, hey, I'm open. I'll be a beneficiary. Trough will back bets. Trough will will hold money for you guys if you need me to.
Next Wednesday is our draft, Kev. Feel free to come. Piggy Boys, DM me. Dayfade, Twitter. I'll get you guys the Addy if you guys want to come.
I'm sure they'd love to. I'm sure they will love little pigs in a blanket.
Socks optional, baby. Socks optional.
They've been liking the crew cuts. So. All right, fuck this. Until next time, peace.